Here are some web and graphic design resources that will blow you away. First one is Formula. You can actually create a 3D logo from just uploading an SVG. Once you're in, all you got to do is select the logo style that you want. You've got different versions here. You've got one with gradients and you've got some that are more clean, minimal in style. Let's go with this one. I'm going to upload my own logo from a client project that I did. So you can upload your client logo, whether it's text or an icon. You can scale it. You can even change the colors as well, which is pretty cool on the fly. And you can change the background. And you can also use pre-made shapes. They've got some pre-made shapes on the left here. You can just left click it and add that into the design, whatever you want. And then you can actually just export it. You can do a video of it. You can do 3D model or even just an image. So you can download that. And then you've got a cool 3D logo that you can create. Next, we've got figcomponents.com. This is a free Figma component library that has so many different components on it. It's got sections, it's got dashboards, icons, cards, modals, basically everything. They've got a big list on the sidebar on the left. So for example, maybe you want to see like a credit card. You can click on the design. We can copy that and then we can go into Figma. I'll just go into a new file and you can just Control V and paste it in and you literally have this design. It's fully editable. Like, it's insane how they're able to have all these different designs. As you can see, maybe you want like a sign up page. We can just left click, copy to clipboard, go back and just paste that in on the side. Here we go. And you can just use that to start building out your own landing pages and websites. And I think this is one of a great resource. You can also go pro as well. They give you some bonus resources, but a lot of these are for free. And as you can see on the left, if you click on free and you've got pro, so if you just want to click on free, they got thousands of different ones here, which I think is very generous for someone just starting out and wanting to create some cool designs. Next, we've got ISO icons. Now, if you're looking for some isometric icons that look futuristic, 3D, that look pretty fun to have on a website, then this is your way to do it. You can actually change the isometric style by going top, left, right. It'll just change the direction of it. You can also change the edge to rounded, which is cool. You can also increase the stroke as well. And it's got a little audio cue, which is cool. So maybe you want 2 pixels, make it a bit more thick. You can actually go to different categories here, transportation, maps, etc. So maybe you want maps here and we can, for example, click on the icon and you can change the stroke again. You can change the size of the icons. You can also change the color. It's really easy to use. So maybe you want this like red. And then we can just download that SVG. They've got sound effects for everything, which is not common in these type of websites, which is kind of cool. And we can drop it in. And then boom, we've got this cool icon here. Probably needs a thicker stroke. I wonder if you can... Nah, you're going to have to edit it again. But I think that is pretty nice way. You can also change the feel as well. And then you can keep the style and add it to, say, a folder. So I think this is really cool. Next, we got Seesaw, and this is just basically great web design inspiration. High quality, it's got a clean UI, a nice grid, 3-column grid where you can look at all different websites. If you go on the sides as well, it's got some other categories: hardware, marketing, developer, e-com. So if you want to filter out some things, you can go through here and you can search what's out there, and then you can click on something and it will give you the link, the category, and then if you want to visit the website, just click on it, it'll take you there. This is a great way to get some quick inspiration for you building your own websites. Next, we got 60 FPS, which is kind of low. They should have done 140 FPS, but anyway, 60 FPS, what they do is they just have detailed breakdowns of animations and interactions on apps. So you can see all these UI screens. For example, if you click on this one, you can see this one has like a spinning wheel. It's probably for like a game or something like that, like a loot box type of thing, or Monopoly. Oh yeah, it's Monopoly. So then what he does, he breaks down the animation really slowly. He just uses these simple annotations and some scribbles to show you how the animation pops in, the flow of it basically. And yeah, it takes the screenshots one by one. And there's a few different examples here. If you go to the top left, you can click on ads. You can do apps and shots. So they've got some ads here from different, SaaS companies, etc. So I think this is a really good resource if you want to look how they promote their product. You got Microsoft, Modify, a whole bunch of ones there. And then we've got some more just videos here, different shots, different UI screens, different apps, which is cool. Next, we've got archives.design. If you're someone that loves more general graphic design, layouts, type, print stuff, then you can go here. You've got books, branding, editorial, education, interactive, posters, whole bunch of stuff. So if you want to go to posters, for example, there's some posters here. We've got type specimens. For example, if you like this one, you can click on it again, and it'll take you to the viewer. And basically, you can go through this archive. It shows you the book. It's basically someone has scanned it in. It's probably like old books, old vintage books. And you can see some really classic type here, which is fun. So that's one example. Maybe you want to see logos or branding. They've got the NASA manual here. You've probably seen this before. You can just click on it and it will show you the details, and you can scroll through the book here. If you're stuck on inspiration, you can go back into history and the archives and dive deeper into that. Next, we've got craftwork.design. They've recently launched a digest. So they actually have like a blog now. As you can see, if you go to digest, and they give you some resources. They're sharing some different links, some different updates. As you can see here, fresh design resources. You got templates, mockups, some curated websites as well. This is kind of handy as well if you want to see some cool stuff they found. So if you're into like just keeping up to date, and this is a great blog. They're sharing some recent info in the design industry. Next, we've got Stubborn Create Generator. So if you go to stubborn.fun, you can actually create some fun little illustrations. You can use the free version for now, as you got the standard. So you can download the zip folder, and in the zip folder, they'll give you the Figma file. So I'm just in Figma right now, and I've just downloaded the scenes. So you can come into here, and then we can like customize everything. So, you can change the colors and whatever. As you can see, control click could be the best way to do it, and it can change things. You can see the groupings they've got, all the layers on the side, got components, and you can mix and match. Like if you want to create your own scene, maybe we duplicate this, and maybe you want to add someone else, like a robot or something. Drop that robot in. You can play around. They've also got the library of individual pieces, so you can mix and match. And if you're someone that wants to play around, then you can do that as well. So you can see what you can do. You can edit each person. We'll go to symbols. So you've got all the individual parts. So you've got robots, humans, some furniture, and other type of stuff. And yeah, you can mix and match. I think it's cool. If you want to play around with some illustrations for, say, a landing page, I think it's a good way to do it. Next, we got items.design. It's a bunch of AI design assets for, solo freelancers, and they've got different styles. You got backgrounds, 3D objects, you got some images, mock-ups, a bunch of different things. Probably half of it is probably AI generated, and some are probably created. I'm not sure. So for example, let's maybe click on one of these. These look really cool. Great for like backgrounds. And okay, it's a mid-journey prompt, so they'll give you the prompts, which is really cool. You can go filter with different assets. Let's go check out the mockups. We've got some hand mockups, nothing too crazy here. So you can unlock that with the plus version. I don't know how much it is. How much is it? $15. One fee. Okay, that's pretty cheap. Yeah, they've gone ahead. They've done the sort of the experimentation already in Midjourney, and yeah, that'll be cool to get the prompts just to get some of these styles, I think, which is really cool. So that's another resource you could use. Next, we've got frameblocks.com. It's a Framer component plugin, so you can work right within Framer, and they've got a lot of different components. You can see how it works, as you can see on the homepage here. They've got over 300 components, which is really cool. So I think this is a great way to have pre-built components right into Framer without having to leave Framer. As you can see, they got a pricing, one-time payment of $100. Pretty good to get a lot of cool stuff in Framer. And if you want to see the library, just click on library and you can see sections, pages. I really love the design as well. It's really clean, really nice. For example, let's look at the sections here. So you got CMS stuff, you got menus, nav bars, what else? Let's go to pages, see what stuff they got here. Cool, you got some portfolio work here, some fitness stuff as well. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's pretty good for a bunch of assets. That's great. Next, we've got Superhero. It's basically a website hero section library. Great for inspiration. So, look, love that. That's awesome. You can get some quick inspiration here, as you can see here. And at the top, you can go to templates. They've got the library. Yeah, you keep scrolling and it'll just keep loading some more designs. Great for that quick inspiration, because at the end of the day, if the hero image sucks, then no one's going to scroll down, right? Next, we've got Viewport. It's curated UI experiences. That's for inspiration once again. So See great UI designs here, great examples. They've got a lot of different pages. And then you can also filter up the top. They've got filter here, so you can click on mobile. That's really cool. Look at that. That's a nice design. Mini interaction. And he even tags the person who made it, which I think is good. So just quick inspiration, nothing too crazy. Yeah, I think it's great. Next, another free illustration tool. You got storyset.com. Now you can change the color of all these designs. As you can see, maybe I want yellow, maybe I want purple, maybe I want red. You know, it's really up to you. And you can look at what's popular. You can scroll through and maybe I want this one. I'll click on it and you can look at other different styles they've got here. And what you can actually do is on the right hand side, you can, if you want simple, you want detailed, or you want hidden, the background. So you can see the shapes in the background are changing. If I put simple, just keep it simple. And you can turn off different layers as well, which is cool. You can see all the layers. And then all you gotta do is download it as a PNG or SVG. So yeah, this is made by FreePic and these are all free. So I think it's a great tool. Next, we got hugeicons.com. It's just a massive library of scalable icons, fully customizable, and the pricing you got free ones, and then $40 a year, not too bad. What do you get? Web app, finger plugin, dev stuff. So it's a pretty well done kit, as you can see. If we click on icons, we can see all the icons. You can actually filter by different styles. If you want it rounded, if you want it stroke, fill, you know, whatever you want. You can do all styles. It's really up to you. So you can see here, these ones are the free ones, the strokes. So you get these icons and then it gives you the web, React. Oh my gosh, there's so many different ones. Flutter, what the heck? You can also just download the SVG or PNG. Next, we've got designsystems.surf. This basically has all the design systems for some top tier tech companies. And on the left, you got directories, components, you got some other things as well. So if you want to go search for some, you know, a big company, let's say like Monday.com, we can click on that and then we can see how they operate. It'll send a link to their design system, their brand guidelines, as you can see. So I think it's really cool. For example, let's go maybe Cash App and we'll take you to the relevant links. So some of the popular ones, as you can see, people looking at IBM, Microsoft, etc. So lots of resources here when it comes to design systems. Next, another illustration resource, handyarrows.com. It's completely free. You can just copy the SVG or download it. Really cool. So maybe I want to get this handwritten style. I'm going to copy that and then we're going to paste it in. And then boom, I got an arrow. Great for some quick designs. So yeah, nothing too crazy about this. It's got doodles, like shapes, infographic illustrations. Nothing too much there, but just for something that's quick, maybe you want this style hand drawn. I think that's a really quick way to just throw it into the design. Next, we've got texturelabs.org. If you're a big fan of texture, you're into retro stuff, or you look for grunge, they've got a lot of textures here. Let's just say maybe we're looking for paper. You can find some really cool stuff here. Click on this and you can actually download it. So they've got JPEGs and you can probably right click and click save as well. That's another way to just quickly download. Oh, and then now I've got this pretty cool texture. You can actually download it as 8,000 pixels, but if you don't have a good PC, probably don't do it. Probably gonna crash your PC. But yeah, it's got lots of cool stuff. What else? They got street art. They got collections. Oh, this is cool. Borders. They got grunge, halftones. Really think it's a great resource. Very generous with a lot of these. I don't know how many files they have, but I think it's pretty good. And then lastly, we've got contentcore.xyz. Now this one, you basically can create 3D text. So for example, let's maybe pick a different text here and change that. I think it looks pretty mad. Yeah, that's cool. Let's just say hello. Maybe you want it in a different font. Looks very cool. Change the spacing, can change the depth. We can also maybe they've got some mock-ups here. So you can do some mock-ups. I think this is really cool. You can actually download the image as well. You can change the size. So maybe you want to change the ratio to 16:9, or say like a square or something. You can do that. You can add a color to the background. You can change the camera positioning, which is kind of cool. Look at that. The field of view gets trippy. Exposure. And then you can actually animate it. And then, as you can see there, and then save the video. But if you just want the image, you can just download that. And they do have a free version, but I think they've got a paid version as well. So commercial is $10 a month. So pretty cool. I like this tool. It's just a simple tool, but yeah, want to create some cool compositions or mock up something, I think it's great. So yeah, those are some of my recent tools that I found that I thought was really useful. If you're a web brand, graphic, or web designer, let me know below if these videos are helpful. I do try and find resources that you haven't found before, not the common ones. I try and find ones that are new or just different. And yeah, just to help you guys out. If you do want to see some more resources, I do have some other videos with totally different resources that you can check out here. And if you do want my list of over 100 plus resource links in my mega resource list, then I will put the link in the description below. Just use your email and you'll get it for free. No spam or anything like that. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one.